Hello, and welcome to Reminisce and Review. This is the first of however many videos I'll make in the future about model kits, whether it be from Warhammer, Gundam, or whatever I gather in my journey in this hobby, and just sharing with you my memories and experiences with them, and I'll get to review them, as some of them are at least a year plus, and some of them are maximum like almost 10 years. So the first one I want to show you guys is the Master Grade RX-78 NT-1 Alex Gundam. I've had this kit when I graduated in 2020. This was the last kit I bought from my favorite hobby shop. It was called Hobbytown USA, and it was this and Famous Dave's barbecue that was my graduation gift. And since then, I've always kept this model kit with the Choban armor. And right now, I'm just showing you one of 5 or 4 ways you can display this model kit. You have like your trigger finger hands, one for each hand, left and right. Of course, you got your grabby hands for like holding either the bazooka or the beam rifle. Of course, you got open and relaxed hands for each one, and right now I have the closed grippers. And this yellow thing you see right here, if I can get it, this is the V-fin that's not broken, because as you can see on my copy, I purposely put the broken V-fin. Now, it's not very often I choose to break a V-fin, but I do like to get an official part. That way I could just swap the two. But in this case, since the 5 years I had this kit, I never bothered changing it. You also get beam rifle that you can't attach the magazine, so you can display like as if it's reloading. So just simple friction connection point. And of course you get the bazooka that has a movable grip. Yeah, there you go, movable grip. And then you got this nifty little shield where you can move this out, and it's a little neat gimmick with this one where the forearms here pull out, extend out a silver plated Gatling gun. So when it's not with this armor, you can't put the shield on if it's this armor on, but you can display like that. And for the past 5 years, I displayed it with this right arm with no armor and just this equipped, because I like my shields. I am very much a sword board kind of guy. The gun is kind of iffy unless it looks cool. And as some people might have noticed, there are some decals that don't really necessarily belong on this kit. And if the lighting can get it, there's this one from the Infinite Justice dry decal sheet, along with, I forgot where I got this, but I think it was an RG kit. And then this one was from the Gundam Build Fighters. I forgot what it was, but I know it was a high grade new Gundam that was a custom, where like the backpack would like be a bird and the Gundam itself was fine. But yeah, I attached the decals on here because at the time I thought they were really cool. I didn't really care if it fit the theme or not. I just thought it was nice to have some decals of some pretty bland armor. And as for the gimmick, there. looks okay, a little bit chunky on the with this armor on. Of course, you got this side with just the frame. Oh, well, if you're gonna get that and you're gonna display like that, it's gonna happen sometimes. But yeah, there's that. And now it could just be me and my inexperience with it, but on the armor here there's like these weird like crunchy plastic, and I know the MG Verka full armor Gundam and Psycho Gundam have this type of bagging on their joints, so I know for me at times they just fall off and it feels like I just can't get it back on, but I never had an issue with it since. So, and then little nifty chest piece comes up. Little cockpit here will show Mackenzie. Then yeah, not really too much to say about this guy. I think he's a cool master grade Gundam. Not my favorite, but I don't hate it either. I would definitely recommend picking this up if you like bulky looking Gundams, or you just like blue and white Gundams. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to say, but all I can say is that it's a solid pick no matter who you are. Whether you are a UC Glazer, or you're a Cosmic Era Glazer, or any other universe Glazer, you're gonna find something to love about this kit. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of short, but I just want to make these for fun. I don't have the intention to make money or do anything too high up there. So you can find me on Instagram. I'll put it in the description below. I just post Gundams, stuff I'm building. You might even see like a funny meme or two there, or just me fooling around with the Gundams. I forgot to mention that as you're building this, a lot of the pieces will come from one of the, I think it was version 2 or version 3 of the Granddad Gundam. Yeah, a bunch of this stuff is for like its bazooka and maybe some of its beam rifle. You can't really do anything with it unless you're a creative person. So this is like something you kind of have to expect. It's just like random crap that you just get off from the runners, and like you just feel bad if you just kind of toss them away. I know I do. There's that. And then, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to mention a few other things. Is that I tend not to keep a lot of my Gundams in the air simply because I just don't have stands for it. So if you do intend to keep this in the big chunky armor, at least on my copy, the ankles on this guy has not particularly been kind to him. Gravity sure took its toll. Other than that, still poses fine. I know for me, right leg, not really having it. But other than that, it poses just fine. Joints feel like as if I just built it 5 years ago. So it's all fine and dandy. And you do get beam saber parts. I just kept it with the sword and the board. I like my beam sabers. When I first got my kit, the very kit I wanted the most was the Unicorn High Grade Gundam Destroy Mode specifically. And while that one did come with a shield, obviously it came with the beam magnum. However, it came with no beam sabers, no beam parts. So I was very disappointed. And for the longest time, I just couldn't get kits that would fit into their pegs until, obviously, years later, I've accumulated enough to the point where it's like, well, it doesn't really matter anymore. I have the other cool Unicorn Gundams, and I'll show you guys later on. But yeah, I forgot those pieces, and I just keep all the extra bits here just by themselves, and that's really about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Relatively simple, and I hope you have a marvelous day.
Hamster